I am actually in San Francisco right now. I just finished hanging out at an event called Lightning AI, and I'm actually not very far away from the Cursor headquarters, and I'm actually having dinner not only with the founders, but the whole entire founding team. So I just ordered my food, and I'm actually going to be meeting them right now. I don't know if I'm actually allowed to record there, but I'm going to definitely ask them. I've been using Cursor for since last year, almost a year or so. And it really took off for me when I started using Claude Sonnet, and I was just absolutely blown away. I'm testing a nightly build right now, and the agent that works in their newest version is absolutely insane. I had to do a massive refactor, and basically it took all of my code and just did all the right steps where normally I would have to feed it in step by step and break my plan down into smaller pieces. It just crushed it in one shot. So this is so crazy. I'm excited to show them what their work is doing, but also excited to catch up with them and actually kind of hang out, because it's been a while since the last Cursor meetup. I think it was like 4 months ago or so, but I think this is just me and them and the team hanging out. This is Friday night. It's like 6:41 p.m. here in San Francisco, and the boys are still at the office, and they're going to be there all night. That's what we do. We don't go to clubs. We just hang out and just chill and talk about code and talk about the future of building really cool software. So I'm bringing you along the ride. This is a really rare take for most people, because you have to be in the Bay Area to hang out with all these different AI events. But there's something about the Bay Area where it's just extremely magical and you will bump into people. I'm just so excited. All right, it's just about 7 minutes away, and I'll see you. Peace. Parking is absolutely bonkers. I got here probably 10 minutes ago. I'm still looking for parking. It is a madhouse here. This is kind of cool because I don't mind parking extra blocks away and just be able to walk and talk with you and just kind of share a story about what's about to go down. Last time I was here was probably 5 months ago plus, before they went on the Lex Fridman podcast and all that stuff, before they raised any rounds. I kind of blew up through using their software with my code streams in August. And I think it was basically very, very shortly after that's when I got to meet up with them. It's not even been a year, and they've shipped so many updates and features. But the cool thing that happened when I was here in August was I showed Ian my workflow. At that time, you could only upload like one image, and I showed him I upload 5 images to Claude, and I give Claude this mega prompt, and it literally makes my entire app in Claude Sonnet. I showed him that workflow, and their minds were absolutely blown away. And so my feature request at that time in person was to be able to upload multiple photographs, because I had screenshots of a website I was trying to reproduce, but in my style. And Ian, in 5 minutes, oh yeah, there's nothing preventing me from doing that, so let me just go ahead and implement it real quick. So he added that feature. Then they went through a bunch of battle testing and eventually shipped, probably in the next week or so. But that was the last time I was here, and I'm excited right now to show them this new workflow where I'm using agents for planning, and I want to use it for debugging code, and I want to use it for generating test cases. It's I want to make sure that the code that's generated doesn't cause regressions, and that it's actually referencing the correct libraries that I'm using for my apps, and that it's not, making something up or completely missing a detail. What I'm really wanting / doing is I am wanting to sort of reproduce the software environment that that big Fortune 500 companies do, which is plan software, make the software, test the software, iterate, repeat over and over until it's polished enough to ship, and then ship it, and then get the feedback, and then iterate really quickly. And I want to be able to do that as a single person engineer. I don't want to rely on a whole bunch of other stuff to do that for me. So I think Cursor can get us there. So as I was driving by looking into the office, by the way, everyone's in there quiet with the headphones on, and it might be library vibes in there. So I'm gonna make sure I match the tone and not just go up in there and be like, yo, this is Ray, we're doing a live stream right now, everyone drop the $signs. That's not me anyways. Okay, so we gotta figure out what questions do I want to ask everyone. I'm really curious about some of the technical decisions that they've been making, and then kind of where they're seeing these models go. I'm also curious about what demographic of customers are they focusing on? A perfect example is like OpenAI versus Anthropic. So Anthropic right now is literally preferring to work with enterprise customers, and their regular customers who pay $20 a month, they just really don't care about. Where ChatGPT is like, hey, all the products that we're launching is very customer focused. You know, the chat UI and everything, they keep developing, and they're kind of going down that road. And it's a very different business model. And then kind of where are they seeing this model landscape? And how is it that they still prefer to use Claude Sonnet instead of the new R1 model? And I think that's going to be a really big tell for me, like, because I don't really know AI ML. These guys are really deeply into it. Also, the other question I want to ask is about like that bug finding feature, because I've used it, the free one. It is really good, but I'm curious about the paid one, so I gotta ask these folks about that. Cool, let's see. Yo. Pizza delivery. Hey, how's it going?
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Hello.
Is it cool if I film? I won't film everything. I'll just film your initial interaction.
Hey.
Cool. So like looking back, think about it like 5 years from now, you'd be like, yeah, that was me. Yeah, just getting started. So yeah, this is rare moments. So cheers, y'all. More later. We got more secrets to talk about, so shh. Look at that. Put your hand in it. That's funny. Yeah. Wow. Let me just give it to you raw right now. Sheesh. I feel like I have literally met like the rock stars of Silicon Valley, and the level of focus that these kids had. I didn't realize it was only 9 people when I was there in August. And right now, I think they barely have less than 30. Sheesh. Okay, so it's 10:24 right now in San Francisco. As you can see, the red lights in front of me. I've got the super low night mode. And everyone is still in the office at Cursor. And the vibes in there are like library vibes. This is kind of like everyone's in their headphones on. They got dividers up. It's super quiet, and the only thing that you hear in the office are those keyboards. And I had to get some shots of the keyboards because they have a library of keyboards that you can check out just depending on the vibe that you want. There's a certain feel that you get, and I didn't realize because they have a variety of keyboards, just trying different ones out and just hearing the different sounds and the softness and feel kind of changes the way you output stuff. And in a very funny way, it does actually change the way you think and actually put out code. So it's this odd tactical feel that they have there for their employees that is just amazing. But I think what I loved about it was just that the nerd level was like to 10,000 easily, bro. And they're just really trying to solve this problem of, integrating AI into the coding environment because the impact is so large. Let me give you this for scale, just so that you really truly understand. Somewhere between 9 people and 30 people as a team total, they are the fastest ever in the history of this entire world to go from $1 million of monthly recurring revenue to $100 million. This small team has been able to produce so much economic value. It's just absolutely insane because it's not the money that they're earning, but the actual people who use their software are generating value as well. So it's like the money that they're getting paid right now is an insane amount already, because it's already that good for the few people. When I say few, it's not even worldwide, all these companies are using it. It's just like, that is absolute bonkers, and it is that good. When I first started coding with Cursor and doing my live streams to show you this magic, it is absolutely unbelievable. It still is, and I should probably do more stuff, and I want to show you some more things. I feel honored. I walked in there and I was just humbled that people actually recognized me. Oh yeah, so the point I was saying is that I'm making these vlogs because this is such a rare moment in history. Like, imagine being able to chat with some of the founders of like Google, or the founders of like YouTube, and people who were in these spaces, in these garages that were building. So like, I'm literally around these people who are graduates of MIT, mostly every one of them, I think. And they just have this way of thinking about these problems that are just so obvious to them, and they're just executing on it with the smallest number of people, because it's just, I can't even. And I'm in the same room with them right now. And it's like, this is rare. We're gonna have this forever. The Bay Bridge, I mean, this is the energy we're at right now. It's 10:30 on a Friday night, and the boys are coding. They're still coding right now. They're still locked in. They don't leave, if at all, until like 2 a.m. and then come back to the office again at 8 in the morning. Let's go. I don't even know how they do it. I guess the best way to explain this is that, like, it feels like you only have so many days to put a man on the moon, and if it doesn't happen, then everyone's gonna die, type of thing. And I say that because it's just that level of focus where every single kind of moment counts. And so these people have basically hired a personal chef to cook for them, so that they don't have to really leave the office, and they can still stick around. And there's like really healthy snacks everywhere. It's like very well thought out. It's very quiet. There's a lot of spaces to kind of expand your mind. You can go outside for a run. You can do for a walk. You can, make sure that your space is just really well harnessed, and it just feels like a really great study space, warm library-ish type of feel, where you can just, get your stuff done. It's amazing, and I'm glad that they're doing that for themselves and not forcing themselves to like, I don't know, penny pinch or something, because the output is just insanely good. And it's also a reflection back into the software, and I feel like it's very craftsman level type of thing. And as far as like people who really care about every single little detail and the implementation and what the users say to make sure that they still deliver on that message is mad impressive. Bro, the vibes, it's one of the few times I'll actually say the vibes are definitely immaculate AF. Sheesh. I'm not really sleepy. I'm actually energized from this, if you can believe it. And it's like, what can I do? So excited to actually cook more. Obviously, I'm not sponsored by them. I am a huge admirer of them. I feel honored to be able to be in the same room, and even just being able to talk to the founders and have dinner with them, with everyone, talk about what's going on, like, what do I like, what's amazing, what's not, what's working for me, what's going on behind the scenes, what you up to, like, type of stuff. So obviously I couldn't record that because that's just not where they're at right now. But in the future, I think when things kind of loosen up a little bit, that'll just best believe who's gonna be there, me and you. All right, so stay locked in, folks. Be safe, and I'm gonna continue driving, or letting my car drive, letting AI drive for me. All right, peace out, y'all. Be safe.